Today, I will be reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. Now, I do gotta say, I actually do like this movie. I think this is a great Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. Sure, part 4 was very weird with all the witches and bugs, which was absolutely crazy. This movie is still weird, but not as weird as part 4. I mean, there is like a little bug in the movie, like a bug toy in the movie, but that's probably the only bug you're gonna see, basically, in this movie. But basically, if you want to see lots of bugs in the Silent Night, Deadly Night film, it's definitely Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 4. But this movie doesn't have that much bugs, so you should be safe for this film about the bugs. So don't you worry. But this movie is still weird because it has some like creepy toys just running around and just creepy robots and everything. This movie is chaotic as much as the other films are, but I still think it is a pretty unique Silent Night, Deadly Night film. It just gets crazy, and it's not like this franchise can make any sense. So still, I do think it is a pretty bizarre but somewhat interesting franchise. So yeah, let me review Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. So here I go. The movie begins with this kid, Derek, who apparently hears the doorbell and walks downstairs. Derek decides to open up his present literally before Christmas. Why the heck would you do that? I guess he was a little too excited. But his dad, Tom, decides to, well, yell at him because he left the front door open. I'm surprised you're not shouting at him that he opened his present earlier, but, whatever, I guess. But apparently Tom just wants to see what the present is, and apparently the present is a Santa toy. Huh, that's pretty random. And guess what? That Santa toy is moving. And guess what? That Santa toy is also mad as well with some electricity. Eventually, the Santa, well, toy basically attacks Tom in, well, slow motion. Yeah, I wish it wasn't in slow motion, even though slow motion, I guess, is cool, but still, like, what the heck? It just looks so weird in slow motion. Like, what? But eventually, Tom does die by being impaled by this, random, like, thing, or whatever. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the death of Tom. That is absolutely crazy. Hey, at least we get to see the aftermath of the kill. I also feel bad for Derek's mom, Sarah, because she just witnessed the death of her husband. I also need to say this, just like I did for Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 movie review, I absolutely love the soundtrack of this movie for Part 5. It just sounds absolutely interesting. So yeah, the music sounds absolutely interesting. It is now 2 weeks later where apparently Sarah and Derek are still recovering from what happened to Tom. And apparently Derek cannot speak in this movie because he was probably so traumatized of his father's death that he cannot speak. Yeah, I really do not understand this part of the movie, but hey, whatever works, Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. Apparently, Sarah gets to see her friend Kim, and apparently Kim also brought this kid Lonnie over. But wait a minute, we already know Kim and Lonnie from Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 Initiation, so they must be the same characters. And I'm gonna say they are the same characters, because I guess this is an actual sequel to Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. That's pretty interesting, I must say, even if the plot of Silent Night, Deadly Night 4 doesn't even make sense. And I guess this plot doesn't have to make any sense too, because the Silent Night, Deadly Night movies are always confusing. But I guess it's cool to see Kim and Lonnie back from Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. At least they get to be in this movie, and yeah. So, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, moving on. Derek then sees that, well, creepy Santa Claus toy commercial, which got his dad, and apparently Sarah gets to comfort Derek near the window. Well, there is a stalker literally, spying on them. Spooky! So apparently Sarah decides to cheer up Derek by taking him to Pedo's Toys, which I guess sounds very interesting, I must say. Very, 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 very interesting. And apparently, the owner of this toy shop is this guy named Joe. And the shop name is Pedo's Toys. Joe, get it? Geppetto, just like the movie Pinocchio. So apparently, they just want to use Pinocchio names for this character. Wow, whatever works, I guess. Joe is also played by Mickey Rooney, who is, well, I guess great for this movie, since he did have some responses to the original Silent Night, Deadly Night film, of it being, like, very controversial, which, I guess that was how it was back then in the 80s. But now we're in the 90s, especially, well, I mean, this movie is in the 90s, because this movie came out in 1991. Joe also has a son in this movie, whose name is Pino, like Pinocchio. Seriously, what's with these like Pinocchio names? Like what? Like what? Can we come up with something more original for these names? Like, come on. Apparently, Joe does not want Pino to be around because he's been an annoying son to him. Sure, I mean, I guess that's, well, pretty sad news to say. But yeah, we do get to see that, like, creepy stalker again, apparently roaming around the store. And apparently Pino wants to give, Derek a toy bug called Larry the Larva. Yeah, I think we're done with the bugs by now. I'm gonna pass on that. Now look what you just did, Pino. You made Joe go full on rage mode! Apparently, this random stalker guy decides to get the bug toy. Like, why? I just need to know why. But hey, whatever works. But hey, random stalker, I guess I shouldn't blame you because I have this random bug plushie as well that I actually used in Silent Night, Deadly Night 4. So I can't really blame you for that. Our stalker decides to, I don't know, give, like, this, like the bug toy, Larry the Larva, to his landlord because he wasn't paying for his rent, apparently. Also, why does he also say, like, it's to die for when he gives, like, the landlord the bug toy? Like, why would you say it's to die for? Like, you're making yourself look like a villain. And spoiler alert, this guy is not a villain in this movie. So why the heck would you say that? That makes no sense. We are now back with Harold, who apparently is just singing around in his car, and apparently he gets to, I don't know, play with the Larry the Larva bug for some random reason. Yeah, you probably should not be playing with that bug toy because, yeah, anything can happen in a Silent Night, Deadly Night film. But he does do it anyways, because he's just a random character, and he just loves to play with toys. I mean, I can't blame you, but seriously, I mean, this thing looks absolutely creepy. Why would you play with this thing? I mean, it just looks absolutely creepy, but whatever. Apparently the bug now has some electricity, so it can go ahead and get the random landlord guy. And it does get him, apparently going straight into his mouth. Oh, what the heck is going on? Why is that bug in his mouth? Oh my god, it looks absolutely, like, weird. What the heck? Oh no, it's even going out of his eye as well. Jeez, you nasty Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, the toy maker. Oh my god, and then the car explodes as well. Jeez, R.I.P., Harold. Oh my god. We are now back with the random stranger who apparently is sneaking into the toy shop where he gets to see an old picture from 1970. And apparently in the 1970 photo, we also get to see Joe and Pino. Oh my god, Pino didn't look like he aged that much. Huh, that's a little bit suspicious, wouldn't you say so? Apparently it's the next day where Sarah and Derek decide to go to a little mall just for, like, I don't know, just because of the holidays and all, which sounds fun. And apparently the random stranger is working at a mall as a mall Santa. That's fun. And we also get to see an elf in this movie, apparently played by Clint Howard. Wait, what? That makes absolutely no sense, because Clint Howard was also in Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, and his character Ricky died in that movie. Oh my god, and the character's name in this movie is also named Ricky as well. That makes no sense. Are you telling me Ricky from Initiation survived? I'm gonna say Ricky from Initiation died. I could have guesses that this could be just a random coincidence, like a doppelganger with the same name, or this could have been his random twin who's much more nicer, but all of that sounds so ridiculous. You can have your own thoughts, but honestly, this makes no sense, so moving on. The stranger is now dressed up as Santa Claus, sitting in a seat while Derek is like sitting on his lap, and yeah, he's getting pretty weird. So our main characters decide to leave. Geesh, random stranger, you're just so crazy. I hope Derek and Sarah can recover from what happened. Apparently, Pino is finding his way in so he can go into Sarah's house by looking at Sarah's wedding picture and apparently touching toys as well. That's very weird, but as soon as Sarah and Derek come home, Pino hides and apparently gets out of the closet as soon as they are home. Apparently creepy. Sarah goes back to the toy shop and is talking to Joe that, literally Pino was literally stalking in Sarah's house. And apparently it's revealed by Joe that Joe and Pino used to live at Sarah's house a long time ago. And now we're back with Joe having a very serious and mad, frustrated face about Pino apparently trying to go back into the house that Sarah and Derek in. Seriously, Joe, why so serious? Well, I already know the answer because you're mad at your son. Apparently, Joe walks downstairs and is literally slapping Pino a bunch of times. Oh my god, this is absolutely unacceptable. This is not how you should be treating your own son. Jeez, Joe, you're crazy. I mean, I get it, stalking houses is bad, but seriously, shouldn't you just chill out? Seriously. Derek is now given a present from Sarah, but yeah, he doesn't want to open it because of what happened to his father. Let's go! We get another scene with Kim! Yes! And apparently Kim is telling Sarah that she, cannot believe what has been happening in her life. Yeah, I know, right? Because in the fourth film, you were literally dealing with witches and bugs. But unfortunately, Sarah just had to interrupt her conversation. You could have heard a cool story about witches and bugs and hallucinations and all that stuff. But yeah, maybe it was good you didn't hear about that because, you'd probably be very confused. Yeah. Derek walks downstairs and goes outside and puts the present in the trash can, but apparently Lonnie is up above a tree. What the heck? But he decides to run and open up his presents, and it's revealed to be roller skates. Yup, we are definitely in the 90s for this movie. But apparently Lonnie decides to skate around, and apparently, it doesn't go so well, because apparently it malfunctions or whatever, and oh no, he literally gets hit by a car. Oh my god. What the heck? But don't worry, Lonnie is still alive. He's just, recovering in the hospital, so he'll be fine. Derek opens the door to see the stranger, apparently giving him a present. Sure, why not? But seriously, why would you give Derek a present? Like what? Do you even know who he is? I mean, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I mean, you sure are a stalker, so maybe you do know who he is, but why? Derek's babysitter, Meredith, apparently decides to shut the door away from the stranger, but apparently she decides to say where Sarah works at. So apparently the stranger can go after Sarah. Seriously, why would you say where Sarah works at? Like what? Man, this makes no sense, but I do still like this movie. Sarah is now leaving work, and apparently she sees the stranger, so apparently she runs away from the stranger, but he finally catches up to her. Apparently it's revealed that, the stranger, aka the stalker, was, the husband of, Sarah 6 years ago, but apparently they broke off, and apparently the stranger's name is Noah. I mean, I guess that's interesting, but, why do we need this scene? This totally makes no sense, but yet again, like I say over and over and over again, it's not like anything has to make sense. Apparently, Joe Petto, wearing a Santa outfit, has walked into Sarah's house, which is spooky. Finally, we are back with the killer Santa. Where has this been in the Silent Night, Deadly Night franchise? We are finally back. But instead of him doing the killing, apparently his weird-looking toys do the killing. Sure, whatever works for you, man. Apparently one of the toys literally shoots the babysitter. But do you want to know what's crazy? Is that she literally survives by being shot. How is that possible? That went through her chest. Shouldn't that kill her? But it doesn't. What the heck? Apparently, it's already too late for this random guy because he already dies from one of the toys. The babysitter then runs outside all bloody, and apparently she just needs some help from Noah and Sarah. So yeah, she basically panics, but she just needs some help from someone. Who can just help like her? Like, who can help the babysitter? Oh, I know. Kim can help the babysitter. That's good. Yay! Kim's back, and now she's gone. So yeah, it's basically the final act now where apparently Noah and Sarah decide to find, well, Derek, because apparently he was captured by Joe, which is absolutely insane. Sarah then discovers lots of creepy toys in, well, of course, the, like, workshop or store place, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and apparently we also get to see a head as well. Well, that's weird. But turns out it is not a real head. Apparently it is just a pillow or like a plush thing that looks like a head. So yeah, that thing's already not real. Apparently Sarah is now in the basement of this store place. Well, you know, the Pinot store, yeah. And it looks absolutely creepy, the basement. It is then revealed that Geppetto is also, well, dead as well. Geesh, his death is so lame. Well, wait, there he is again. Wait a minute, this just makes no sense. He's already dead. Is there a clone of him? Wait, what's going on? I need an answer. What is going on? But apparently he is revealed to be a robot this whole time because he is able to take off Joe's face. Wow, this looks absolutely cheesy as heck, but okay. And apparently he decides to put on Pino's face as well. So I guess it was Pino the whole time. Pino is revealed to be a robot. Very interesting. I guess that explains why he never aged in the 70s. Well, that makes sense. Oh, and Pino, how did you make yourself into a robot? Can you explain that, please?
It's very simple, really. It's very simple. All you need is a little of that, and a little of that, and a little of that.
Okay, so that's how Pino decided to be a robot. Well, I gotta be honest, that does not seem that useful. Like, what the heck? But okay, I guess. Apparently, Pino tells Sarah that, like Joe's real son passed away, and apparently Joe felt lonely that he wanted a robot son or something. Yeah, I really don't know what to say about this, but yeah, you should pretty much put a stop to this, Sarah, with, like, all his nonsense that he's saying. And she does put a stop to him. Well, not completely, but she does stab him, basically. Derek is revealed to be hiding, and apparently Pino decides to grab out a knife so he can just, I don't know, find him or something. And Derek does decide to get Pino, basically. And Noah came to the rescue too to stop Pino as well. This is crazy. But yeah, Pino basically gets cut in half by Sarah. And now he is crawling. Oh, and of course we get one last scare. And then, well, Pino basically gets stomped on by Sarah, basically. And that is the end of Pino the robot. Oh, nice, and finally Derek is talking. Finally! So yeah, our other characters decide to get the heck out of this, well, strange place, basically. And the movie ends with this creepy-looking robot. Dun, dun, dun! So yeah, that was the end of me reviewing Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. Like I said in the intro of this movie review, I actually do like this movie. Sure, it is a absolutely insane movie, but I still do like this movie because of how crazy it is. Like I said, this franchise is just one of the most bizarre franchises I ever reviewed. But I'm happy it got to review movies, because reviewing crazy movies can be fun sometimes, especially even if they are very confusing sometimes. But yes, I absolutely had a fun time reviewing this movie, and I actually do like this movie, even if it is pretty crazy, I must say. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the movie. I'm kind of having a tight schedule this week, basically, with this video coming out on a Monday instead of a Friday. And then I'm going to have 2 more videos coming out on Tuesday and Wednesday, because, like, I kind of want to get a couple other videos out before 2026. So yeah, I'm basically going to have this video out by Monday, which it is out if you are seeing this on a Monday at the time of this recording. And yes, and I will review the Silent Night remake, which came out in 2012. And of course, I will be doing a New Year's movie review. Just you wait for that. So it's a little bit of a tight schedule, but it will all be situated once the videos are out. So, yeah, that is the end of me reviewing this crazy movie review. I hope you had a fun time, because I know I did. And I will see you in the next movie review. Oh, this franchise is very crazy, you know? I'm glad you got a chance to review this. You just have one more Silent Night, Deadly Night movie left. Silent Night 2012. Ah, yes, this franchise is pretty crazy, but I love it, no matter how weird and crazy it is. Ah, yes, it's pretty bizarre, I must say. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go relax, okay? Sounds good, and I'll just, I don't know, just chill here. Really? Yeah, because I'm bored. Alright, well, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next movie review. Bye!